Majo John Madden at the Playa La Bamba. You can see the surf crashing on the rocks out there. And that island is the island of the Innocents or something like that. I still haven't looked it up on Wikipedia. We are south of Veracruz, and that's one of the places that's on the list of things you're supposed to see in Veracruz. This is the Boca del Rio section. Pretty great, and I've been here since Friday, and so happy to be back at the ocean because I've been away from the ocean for a while. I want to tell you a story about short pants. In Mexico, they call them pantalones cortas, short pants. And I'm wearing a pair of shorts that I got back in Texas at least a year ago, maybe almost 2 years ago. When I left Asheville, North Carolina almost 4 years ago to go to the mountains, it was March. It was the end of March. Asheville is on the spine of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and even though it's kind of south, it's a mile high. No, not a mile. 2,500 feet high. I don't think that's a mile, but it's pretty high. And so it's cold in the winter. So end of March, I started my trip without short pants. And when it got to be warm, I manually cut off, now that's an old tradition among, I don't know, mostly poor people, I guess, to cut the legs. I cut the legs off of a pair of corduroys. There's a taxi down on the beach. I haven't seen that before. It's a sign of how well packed down that beach is right now. A couple days ago, you couldn't have done that because there's been rain. It's packed the sand down. It was really loose a couple days ago. You'd be in trouble doing that. So come the summer, my first year on the road, rambling around the mountains of Appalachia, I cut off a pair of corduroys to make them into shorts. Now my sidekick at that point, he's got out of his mind, was a fat little chihuahua named Panchita. And she was adorable, and I would pick her up because she loved to be cuddled, even though she was a great runner. And every time I would bend over to pick Panchita up, there was no hem on the bottom of those shorts like this, and they would rip. They would rip. And I ended up with several slits up to my hip of those shorts, and I thought that was pretty hot. Actually, I kind of liked that. I thought it was a look, and I liked it. Now, recently, similarly, I had been up in Xalapa where it's quite cold, and I didn't have any shorts. I got down here to Veracruz, and I bought myself a couple of pairs of cheap shorts. And this pair was one of the first pairs I bought. They were too tight around the thigh, and it was tough to get my incredible package extended to take a pee because it doesn't have a fly. So I put some slits in it. Well, it was reminding me of my George of the Jungle. I used to call them my George of the Jungle shorts, my old corduroys back in Appalachia. So I've moved on to these beautiful shorts. They're the most beautiful shorts I own. What a great design. And I swear it was this morning. I swear they were totally modest yesterday. And this morning I did some hot juggling out here and dancing. Somewhere along the way, this little thing developed. It is a kind of fly, and it's incredibly not modest. I mean, it could help you move into action in a hurry if you had the opportunity. But no, there's no way to make them modest. So I'm back to my Tejas shorts. And there's all kinds of other stories about my George of the Jungle shorts that are too immodest for Mexico.